All right, you can begin whenever you're ready.
1 out of every 3 children in America is overweight. 1 out of 3 women become pregnant before they are 20 years old. 20% of teens have used drugs in high school. And finally, over 35% of teens reported drinking alcohol in the past month. Why am I stating these facts? To tell you that American children are not what they used to be. We as a society are spiraling out of control. Children are developing very risky habits, habits that are unhealthy for them, unhealthy for their relationships, and these habits will lead to a lifetime of misery and unhappiness. Some blame the peer pressure, some blame the parents, but none of my friends have bullied me into smoking a doobie in the past week. I can't ever remember my parents telling me, go get a girl pregnant this weekend, it'll be fun. No, peer pressure and the parents are not to blame. Has anybody ever thought to look at what the children are watching in movies and on television? I blame the media for portraying these very risky behaviors as cool. Our media is feeding dumb ideas to children, dumb ideas that could alter their lives forever. A few weeks ago, I decided to watch my father's copy of Jackass 2.0. According to them, it's not only normal, but perfectly harmless to play hot potato with the taser. It's really funny to strip down to your birthday suit while people have a paintball gun firing full blast right at you. Oh, it's hilarious to put a cobra in your best friend's bedroom. If these stunts are funny, I bet it's a real knee slapper when your best friend just blew up his hand and bled to death because he saw this fun stunt on TV. Is it really hard to figure out why teenagers these days do the dumbest things? People assume these stunts pose no risks to themselves because they saw Johnny Knoxville do the same thing on television last week. I wonder if they will still think it's funny when they are laying in the hospital with 3 broken ribs, a missing finger, and a tube running down their throat because they punctured a lung. Because that's just hilarious. But crazy stunts aren't the only things that are portrayed by the media. Many movies portray drinking and drugs as the cool things to do. Have you ever seen the movie Superbad or The Hangover? Although both of these are some of my favorite movies, we need to ask ourselves, what lessons are we teaching our children? To sum up the plot of Superbad, 2 social outcasts want to score with the most popular girls in school, so they decide to do a favor by buying their drinks for the totally sick party this weekend. With the help of another social outcast, they create a fake ID, buy alcohol, get into fights, blow up a cop car, and in the end they become the heroes and get the pretty girlfriends. These type of movies are the main reason for teen drinking, drug use, and wild, idiotic stunts. But don't think that it's just the adult movies that promote drinking and smoking. Video games and even children's movies and TV shows help promote these risky behaviors. I've seen some of the things my younger brothers watch, and I see a lot of the characters smoking cigarettes. Even video games such as Call of Duty show the main character whip out a cigarette to celebrate a victory. Not to mention all the other things portrayed in these games, such as killing, stealing, and a lot of swearing. And don't think that little children haven't ever played games like this. Studies show that 84% of children start playing games rated M for mature at the age of 8. The M rating requires buyers to be 18 to purchase these games, but I have seen many children my age and younger buy these games with no problems from the store clerks. I have to admit, when I used to play video games 24/7, a phase that every boy goes through, and one that most never grow out of, I could easily get away with playing Grand Theft Auto, Assassin's Creed, and Call of Duty. You may notice that a lot of the movies, TV shows, and video games I have listed are mostly things that are thought of to be only for adults, but they're not. Growing up, my parents were quite strict on the movies I watched. The TV shows I would look at for hours on end, and the video games I played. But that didn't stop me. What would I do? Whenever a cool new movie would come out, I would head over to one of my friends' houses and I would watch it there. Just because my parents said no to watching The Hangover, that doesn't mean Jimmy's parents do, or that Johnny's older brother won't go buy it for us. Kids are sneaky, and they really get a kick out of disobeying their parents, which leads me to my next point. TV shows and movies are also subtly teaching children to disobey their parents, even the cartoons. While babysitting my brothers this summer, they decided to watch a cartoon called Johnny Test. Johnny does a lot of crazy things that in real life would lead to death before puberty, or if he is as lucky as the cartoon portrays him, his rebellious nature and his obsession with trying dangerous things would eventually lead him to a lifelong addiction to crack. But oh, my brothers think he is just so cool. They really start laughing when Johnny purposely disobeys his parents. They think it's a crack up when Johnny yells at his parents. I've also noticed that my brothers really like to disobey my parents after watching a cartoon like this. Apparently, it's cool to disobey your parents. According to a very annoying trend lately, you have swag if you are rebellious. Watching TV shows like this affects children in many ways. I remember in elementary school, I would do something stupid I saw off of a cartoon just to impress my friends. I would often find myself in the principal's office because I backtalked the teacher, or I started throwing food in the cafeteria because I saw it on my favorite cartoon. That was a long time ago. Now, cartoons are just getting worse and worse. I often look at kids only 2 or 3 years younger than me and think, wow, please tell me I wasn't as stupid as this kid when I was that age. Because I look at the kids even in the grade below me and I think to myself, there is no way I was that annoying or dumb. With the ideas that the media is presenting, all of the children will be dead because they tried some crazy stunt they saw off of Johnny Test. And too late realized that no, you can't dive off the roof of your house into your 4-year-old sister's kiddie pool. Now you may ask, Corey, what is your genius idea to stop all this madness? And I would swiftly tell you, we need to stop promoting the media and their ideas. We need to stop our brothers and sisters from watching adult movies. We need to stop laughing when the poor man gets hit in the balls on America's Funniest Home Videos. And please, for the love of God, beg your parents never to buy your siblings a shirt sporting YOLO or swag. Even without the dumb ideas that these things promote, I think I would puke if I have to see or hear either of these words again. We need to stop telling children that risky behaviors are normal and fun. Children are destined to do crazy things. That is something that has always and always will stay the same. But there is a difference between normal stupid and so crazy you will either die of lung cancer at 27 or be arrested once a week for being a complete retard. I can't believe I just said that. Anyways, we need to stop promoting the media's ideas as much as possible and let the media know that these dumb behaviors are not to be tolerated. Otherwise, we are just spiraling down to our doom.